Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. All right, we go Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays for skill workouts. Tuesday, Thursday for team practices. Tuesday, on top of Tuesdays, we go shooting. We also go on Thursdays, open gym. All right, I think eventually we're gonna have to go back to the weekends because we're running out of space, man. We're running out of space. I like to reserve the weekends for our tournaments, but if we're running the tournaments eventually, then we can kind of schedule ourselves around those tournaments. So possibly, we used to have it at 7 o'clock in the morning for the weekends for open gym on Saturdays and for shooting on Sundays, but not that many people attended. But if we did it like at 8, we just went to 8 to 9. That's a possibility. But it's just that so many tournaments start your games at 9 o'clock. So we kind of want to avoid that. It's tough. But again, if we're running it, then there isn't really anything to avoid. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but for right now, we have these. And then we also, in the future, will have our clinics. We have 6 different clinics, whether they be defensive skills, offensive skills, shooting, rebounding, ball handling, and there's always one that I miss. All right, but yeah, and we also have our ability in the skills combines, and our pick and roll sessions. And then we also want an extra day for just learning our plays, like a strategic day. So if those were on the weekends, that might be a little bit better. But in the meantime, we might just squeeze them in, possibly on like Fridays or something like that. But we'll figure it out. We're going to add these things, including we're also going to add our 6 a.m. workouts starting in January, I believe. I haven't really nailed that one down yet, but I will get to that soon. All right, so that's a lot of stuff. And we're here for it because, I mean, what else do we got to do? Might as well improve, right? All right. Speaking of improving, let's see what today's quote of the day has to offer us. Genius is patience. Genius is patience. All right. This quote might be the reason that I try to be so patient, but it is hard to be patient. I just explained to some parents yesterday. I said when the kids are out there trying to help each other and to lead each other, they actually tend to mess up sometimes because they get frustrated with the other kids with trying to motivate them, and it's a hard thing for other kids to motivate other kids. And I know that it's hard because they're just kids, and as a parent or as a teacher, as a coach, it's extremely hard to motivate kids. So as a kid trying to motivate other kids, oh yeah, that's darn near impossible. But where the genius part comes in is the patience part. All right, genius is patience. If you're patient enough, you have the chance to be a genius, is what it's trying to say. Because if you're patient, you know that the hard work is going to pay off. If you're patient, you'll go in this direction versus this direction. If you're patient, everything that you want will eventually come true. But when you aren't patient and you're impatient, that's when things start to fall out of line, because everyone knows the long-term answer because it's pretty easy to see. But what everyone tries to do is they try to get rich now. They try to get good now. And that impatience is a bad thing. Now, with all that said, I still think that you should treat every day like it's your last. So while you're there, you're not just so patient that you're like, I'll go slow this practice. I got all day to be good. No. You're patient in that you're going to work your butt off and try so hard right now, but then you'll allow for the result to come in the future. All right, so you're kind of like impatiently going really fast, I suppose, in the moment, but then you're patiently waiting to actually be good. All right, and with that said, it's so hard to inspire people, that as a coach, I have got my tricks, but several of my tricks, my latest tricks, I would like to judge those tricks in my latest product review. All right, this is a product review in Limitless Hoops and me. All right, and it's my last 3 attempts to inspire kids, because hey, if we had every kid working hard, this would be easy. You guys would all be going to D1 to the pros, but it's not that easy, right? I can't just open up the gym. I gotta trick you into doing things. And I bring up this one right here because this movie is called Good Will Hunting. And in this little bar scene right here, this guy right here, he's a jerk. okay? But he's like from like Harvard or something like that. And these guys are like the local cool kids, I suppose, all trying to hit on this girl. And as they start to fight, not like physical fight, but like start to like talk fight. What's up, Wes? What's up, Teo? This is a great movie, by the way. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Good Will Hunting. But this guy, he's a genius, all right. But he's also poor, and he doesn't go to Harvard like the rest of these guys do, or MIT or whatever it may be. And in the end, he was like, it's funny because you spent so much money on an education that you could have got for free at the local library. All right. And what he's saying is all the educational stuff at Harvard could be achieved by just reading books in the library. And that's so true. And in our program, it's the same way. We literally have a book, but the answers are in here. You just do it. However, like so much of life, you have to be inspired to do so. That's why I want you guys to come to practices and to the workouts, because it's a community of people doing the same thing that you are, and it inspires you to keep doing it. If you could do it alone, I mean, yeah, I guess then you wouldn't need us, I suppose, but it's hard to do stuff alone. You have to have people going with you. So that's why we have our stuff. And if as I trick you, as I add all these inspirational things, like our book, like the coin, like all these inspirational things, and if I get it going to where I can get recruiters looking at you, I can get us playing against the best teams in the country, I can convince some 7-footers to join our program, and we end up having one of the best programs ever. At the end of the day, you will start to work hard for us, and you'll be on a team with 11 guys who work for 4 hours a day, and you'll be just like them because you're on that team. But then if you just look at it and strip all that away, at you working hard every single day, I would look back to this day and I would say, we already had that. All it was books in a library that you could have been reading the entire time. So at the end of the day, it comes down to inspiration. And how we've been doing with inspiration, well, we have our trajectory page. And this tells you what to do. I figured that would be good, right? I tell you what to do every single day. This has finally stumped everyone, I think. Everyone looked at this and was like, yeah, that's too much. So like for today, it would ask you to post the monthly homework, which is the 3-minute Nash drill. Some people did that. Also watch the live stream. You guys are already doing that. That's 2 things out of the 6. Great job. All right. What else is there? Post the daily challenge, which could be a different one for every single age group. Some people have easy ones. Some people have hard ones. Post the Wednesday's skill workout. Post tomorrow's skill workout, 5 minutes apiece, so 30 minutes total. Then post the workout card. That's 30 to 90 minutes depending on how old you are and how fast you can go, and making your 100 jump shots, doing the 50 push-ups, doing the 5 minutes of jump rope, and what's the last one? Oh, 5 minutes of ball handling. All right. But if you're in high school, it's double that. If you're in college, it's triple that. If you're a pro, it's quadruple that. And then the last one is practices and shooting workout, which is today. We actually don't go for 120 minutes. We go for about 90. So that would be your homework or your agenda for the day. And I made this page trying to inspire you, but on the top of this page, I put something in here that was like, put in your initial grade level, put in all this stuff, how talented you are, if you're just okay or good, and then how much of that stuff do you actually do, because you're not going to do all of it. You're going to do it 3 days a week, whatever. It's whatever you want. And then this will calculate the trajectory of where you go. This, as a product review, I don't think it went as well as I thought it would go, because some people just got offended. I didn't do it right the first time. That kind of hurt. But now that it's here, I mean, you put in all this stuff, it's legit what I think. Does that mean that it's going to happen? No, but it's what I think. If you actually do this stuff, I'm willing to stand behind these results. You can be a D3 star player if you did these things. That one didn't go that well. I don't think it's inspiring you guys, but all I wanted it to do was to make you guys shoot 500 shots a day. So I wanted it to do, I wanted it to make you do this stuff. If it didn't work, that's my apologies. I don't think that this one went that well. All right, but what do you guys think in the comment section? What is your review on this? What is your review on this product, this trajectory page? Let me know in the comment section. How about the next product? The next product is JJ Griffin's journey to Taiwan. Trying to get him to Taiwan, trying to get you guys to get there as well. And you can follow his journey. I figure this one you just have to watch what he's doing, watch him getting him shots, watch the first episode where we talk about it.
Yo, what's up, Taiwan? This is John Sanders. Coming back late June, I'm going to bring a team out there to Taiwan to play against some of your teams, a youth basketball team. But I'm also going to bring a special guest.
And then I let JJ talk, and he talked.
2025. Let's see what you guys got. See what I got. Looking for a tryout there if you guys want to come.
And we're trying to make him basically famous in Taiwan. And we're going to try to get someone to come to these tryouts. And we're going to try to get other countries to see it. And my goal is to get him a professional job. And if you could go on that journey with them, I thought it might have been like kind of neat. I still think that. Are you willing to go on this journey with them? And as a product, what do you guys think about this one in terms of inspiring you to get up shots, inspiring you to go out there, inspiring you to maybe even come to Taiwan with us to see him on his journey? Again, I thought this one was decent, but I don't know if it's having the result right yet. We're gonna see. And then my latest effort is our allegory page. All right, it's right here on this page. If you click on the YouTube page, or the Limitless TV page, click on Read an Allegory. It'll generate an allegory with your name in it. I know that this one's kind of silly, but it has your name in it or someone in our program. All right, and let's see, city in Denver. There was once a young basketball player named Queen. Queen made this one. All right. She was a spirited member of the Limitless Hoops basketball program, known for unwavering determination and infectious positivity on and off the court. One fine day during a crucial playoff game, Queen Ellum found herself in a tough spot. So this will make up a story about someone in our program, because you guys can now make up your own stories. And you guys should want stories about yourselves. You guys should want to be an inspirational force. All right, so this creates a story for you to read, and it's just a small little bitty thing. Anyway, I think it's kind of crazy that I have to come up with all these different inspirational tools, but I will keep creating them. And let me know which ones work for you, because it's up to you. Maybe you don't need any. Maybe you're just going to do it anyway, or maybe you're incapable of doing it or unwilling to do it. But I guess that one's up to you. All right. Hopefully you guys can figure something out, because I really want to inspire you to work hard. But if you just want to work hard, that would be probably the best thing. Speaking of work, here's what we're doing today. All right, so we got team shooting. We can form shots. That's starting off the workout with our we can shooting close shots from form. Make sure that you're perfect. Make sure that you're teaching yourself how to shoot when it's with the off arm. Our pro hop, we're going over some hurdles where we bounce the ball, just doing the pro hop and shooting a whole bunch of those shots up. Pick and roll, pass to pop. That's coming off the pick and roll. And if they double team it with a weak double team and there is help side, we're gonna pop out to the corner. We're gonna take one extra dribble, put the ball in two hands, and then hook, pass it over. Our step back shots we're gonna work on today, and then pump fake to dribble bank shots. That's dribbling from the 3-point line to the 45-degree angle for a bank shot, mid-range bank shot. Then for our team actual practice, we got horseshoe shooting to begin with. I'm going to mix these things up. We're going to go back and forth, okay? We're going to go with we can form shots, horseshoe shooting, pro hop, and 180 poly for shots. We're going to go back and forth between the team shooting and the team training stuff. Since we have, just an hour and a half to kind of combine these things, I'm thinking of combining them back and forth. We'll even get to playing if we have enough people. All right, so that's what we're doing. 180 poly for shots. That's a handoff, and then that leads to poly. And we're going to shoot a whole bunch of shots off of that. This is part of our play. 180 is our dribble handoff. Poly is another play, and you can see all of our plays on our website. All right, so if you want to go to the website, you're going to click on challenges, because it is a pretty challenging thing to know our plays, to know our offense. Scroll down, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, to our strategies. And you can see all of our plays right here. 180, or the harder one is poly. All right, poly is our Allen Iverson cut. All right, and where we will dribble out, and this guy comes all the way across for a pass. The NBA players always do this play. I just saw John Morant doing the Iverson cut, and he caught the ball here, drove, and then he threw an alley-oop to Zach Edey. That was a pretty good play. All right, so yeah, we do that cut right there, but we're gonna do it off 180. 180 is a handoff, so that's how we're gonna mix it up. But we're also gonna shoot shots with it since it's a shooting day as well. Okay. Other thing that we're doing, we got point guard advances the ball ahead. No, I'm sorry, pick and roll defense. My bad. All right. As they come off a pick and roll, we want to aggressively attack them. We see it in the game so much, and we just forget to do it. Yet when we come off a pick and roll ourselves, and they double team us, we're like shocked, bewildered, confused. No, dude, like figure that out. All right. And how we do this is like this right here. All right. So as we're in a pick and roll situation, all right, this guy's right here, and the 5-man is gonna set a screen for him. Okay. All right. Now let's call the 2. He's over here. All right. It doesn't really matter. But as these guys are guarding them, 5-man is right there, and the 2-man is in help side. The ball's over here. So this guy, he's in help side, okay? He's going to be a very, very important guy right now, okay? As this guy sets a screen, he comes off this screen. He dribbles off this screen. As he's right there, we want this guy who's guarding him to just leave his man and double team. This guy should go over the screen and double team. They should run this guy off. And of course, as we're leaving this guy wide open, what he should do is leave. Leave. Don't stay near your man. Don't even stay in the middle. Leave and step right in front of him. Take this pass away. And when you take that pass away, this is the only guy he can see because these guys are double teaming him hard, and this was the last guy that he saw. For him to retreat dribble and to pass that ball across is a very difficult thing to do because we just worked on that yesterday, and we couldn't do it against no one guarding us. So imagine with 2 people running at you with their hands up. He's going to throw this ball to you blindly. And if you come over fast enough, you will get the steal. All right? Unless they're very, very good. If he's throwing this pass, only thing left, get his autograph. All right. Last things that we got for today is point guard passes the ball ahead. All right? You don't want to just be dribbling the ball right here. If there's someone open on the wing, you should pass the ball ahead. I used to have the roughest time with that. Especially like until college, until they forced me to do it, because I didn't want to throw the ball ahead. But literally, it's way faster than dribbling the ball. Pass the ball ahead, and then you want to sprint ahead. So we're going to practice on that. For the last 2, under 15 seconds, up by 4+ points. If there are 14 seconds left and we're winning by 4 or more points, we don't want to foul. Okay, we don't want anything to happen. We just want to control the tempo. We want to make sure that we're in front of them, not giving them easy layups. Make them take tough shots. Don't foul them on any shots. That's very, very key. And again, make them waste time. Make them have a hard time shooting over a hand. Do not foul, do not foul, do not foul. All right, we'll work on the scenario during our practices. And for our game time scrimmages, we're going to play. And if you get a deflection, that's 1+ point. All right, because we do want our hand in the pass lane. We don't want to go for steals necessarily, but we want our hands in the pass lane to disrupt their flow. Okay, so we'll play deflections equal a point. So try to be in the pass lane. Try to bug people as much as you can. All right. Speaking of bug people, no, I'm joking. No, this guy is not a bug person, but a pole. What do you guys think about Dr. J? All right. What do you guys think about Dr. J? Do you think that Dr. J should belong in the conversation of the GOAT? And while I don't think he's the GOAT, I do think he deserves credit, at least to be mentioned in the conversation, just as we mentioned Steph Curry. All right, he's not the greatest shooter of all time, but he might be one of the best dunkers of all time. But the thing is this, he played half his career in the ABA, or like a portion of it in the ABA. So some of the stats aren't counting for the NBA. At the time, he was like, culturally, he's like Allen Iverson. Like at the time, people were making their afro like his. People were trying to be him, including people like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. He was their hero. And while we're not just talking about skill, because it's never just about skill, otherwise Kobe's the greatest player of all time. It's never just about championships, otherwise Bill Russell's the greatest player of all time. Some of it is about culture and the cultural shift. All right. And in terms of winning, he did win in the ABA and won in the NBA. All right. This guy is like one of the greatest players of all time, and he should be at least considered in the conversation. I have him higher than Steph Curry. I will put this man in the top 10 because of what he did for the actual game. All right, and it's crazy that people don't even mention him, but he's very humble about the fact. He goes, yeah, I definitely deserve to be in the conversation. He goes, but I understand that I'll have my time in the future. People will understand. He's talking about like after he's dead. He's thinking like legendary like that. But yeah, he could still dunk at the age of like 60. It's crazy. This guy is a legend of legends, and Dr. J deserves something. But what do you guys think? What is your framing on this poll, huh? And let's check a homework for the day. Again, post homework, don't have to run, but also post homework, you'll get better. All right. I see you, Shakon. I see you, Nathan. And I saw Taylor in there as well. So I see Weston right there, direct Euro step. Aiden and Daniel doing some push-ups. Nice job, you guys. All right, keep posting the homework. Keep going. This will make us greater. This will make us better. Then maybe one day we'll be putting you in the GOAT conversation, right? Putting you in the GOAT conversation. Speaking of conversations, Kevin Garnett, I don't know when they did this interview, but he's talking about how his mom didn't want him to play basketball. Now, Kevin Garnett is a notoriously bad student. That's why his mom didn't want him to play basketball. And I know some of your moms and dads out there don't want you to do the sport as much as you're doing it, but you have to keep up those grades, man. It's not really their fault. But one day, Kevin Garnett snuck into a basketball game, and his mom didn't even know. This is the story about that. Let me know what you guys think about that.
How did she find out that you were playing?
My mother was a beautician. After years of working in a factory at 3M, she started her own business and started doing hair in the neighborhood. And one of the girls who I go to school with came in and got her hair done and was like, yo, I gotta hurry up and get my hair done. I'm going to see Kevin play tonight. She was like, what? Yeah, I'm going to see Kevin. You don't know, girl, Kevin's good. You ain't see your son? She was like, Kevin who? She was like, your son. And I'll never forget, I was in the layup line, kind of laying it up, and it was just typical another night against a rival. And it was a big night. And my mom walked in, my little sister, and I just almost pooped on myself, man. It was not good, Jimmy. It was not good.
And then obviously she saw that you were good and committed to this. And
No. Jimmy, no. It was not good. It was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna kill you, enjoy the game. Kind of went over.
How did?
So, I mean, that is pretty funny. He shouldn't have went against his mom's wishes like that, but it did pay off for him, I suppose. But where she was coming from was right. And he was a horrible student. Oh, horrible student. So if you guys are out there, keep up those grades, please. All right, this is just a little behind-the-scenes look at Kevin Garnett's life. And he's not so different than some of you. All right, so keep those grades up. Keep your head on straight so that you're allowed to play basketball. Otherwise, the world could be missing out on the next great player. All right, because basketball only lasts for a little bit. All right, the schooling and other things like that last for a lifetime. All right. Anyways, he did go back and get his degree, is what I heard. That's what I heard. All right. Watch the story of the day.
Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final buzzer sounds. For it's how you respond to facing the impossible challenge that counts far more than the impossibility itself.
You know, we're always trying to say that, man. Like, I try to do my best at only seeing the positive, only seeing the process and not the result. Okay, so when you're out there and you're trying to box out someone and they're little bitty, and you don't box them out because they have no chance to get the ball, and you just turn around. I try my best to yell at you. Even though you got the rebound, we went to go score. I'm like, no, but you didn't box out. And you guys are like, confused. You don't like that. But some people understand this. I don't know if you like this, but when you try to box out a big guy, and he's enormously tall, and you're like, and you try your hardest, but he gets the rebound and then dunks on you. And I cheer for you. And I'm like, great job. Because you did what you were supposed to do. What you're supposed to do doesn't always work. Okay? But you want to do what you're supposed to do because it's going to work the majority of the time. We're going to have a better chance if you do what you're supposed to do. And that's a huge lesson to learn in life because some people just look at the result. I look at the process. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? And I want to stay true in that regard no matter what. So with that said, when you're up against these impossible tasks, don't look at the task, at the completion of the task, or the successful completion of the task, more than you look and honor and respect the process of going through the task as perfect as you can in the first place. All right? It's not about whether you defeat the giant or not. It's about whether you have the balls to go up there and even try. All right, because again, you won't get everything in life, and this game really doesn't matter. Like we said earlier, it's about what you do with it in life that counts. Afterwards, outside the court, all right, and you learn those things by blindly thinking that you can make the NBA and just going for it all, and you learn so much by doing that. So go for the impossible, think those impossible things, and then be those impossible things. Let's check the trivia question today. No one answered it last time. I'll ask it every single Tuesday. What fellow Chicago prospect's fate was Derrick Rose's mom trying to avoid by restricting outside contact to him by street agents? All right, who taught Derrick Rose's mom to watch out for outside street agents? He said. It was a player and his neighbor that was supposed to be great that didn't end up great. Who was this guy? I like asking the really hard ones because I get to ask those multiple weeks. If anyone knows this answer, they will be tied with Von Suave up there. Otherwise, he will win the $50 coin for the month. Whoever answers the most questions by the end of the month wins the entire thing. And I guess I can play some of the trivia music. Sorry. Anyone you ever till the end of the show to answer the question. Good luck to everyone out there. Anyways, I don't think anyone's ever going to answer that question, but I'll just keep asking it. But let's answer this question. Let's answer this question for ourselves. Health and wellness, health and fitness. All right. There are some certain people in the NBA, the annals of NBA history, who have been like shooting stars, where you saw their glow, but they disappeared far too soon. Okay? Now, while all these guys are alive and well, their careers are not. Okay, Derrick Rose, the last one to retire, but the Derrick Rose that was the MVP in 2011 or whatever it was, he basically retired 2 years after that fact. I have a question for you guys. Now, while all these guys' careers were cut short by injury, that happens. That's life. But my question is, do they deserve to make the Hall of Fame? Okay, and I just talked about how Dr. J impacted the game on different levels, like culturally. If you look at these guys culturally, man, okay, maybe not Roy over there, Brandon Roy, and maybe not so much T-Mac, but that one's pretty big. And then, but Grant Hill was supposed to be like the next Michael Jordan. And then Derrick Rose, he has a cult following like no other. However, Penny, he was bigger than the game at the time. He had Chris Rock voicing his little doll, Lil Penny. He had everything. And he had the teammate of Shaq. Shaq Daddy was on his team. They were on their way to a championship, barely lost. These guys, the legacy of these guys, is it fair? Because everyone's talking about Derrick Rose making the Hall of Fame. Well, if Derrick Rose makes it, shouldn't the rest make it? Again, maybe not Brandon Roy. I don't. I mean, he had like one amazing year, but how about the rest of them? I mean, T-Mac, I believe T-Mac was better than Kobe Bryant for like a year or two. He was, amazing. And like Vince Carter's in the Hall of Fame. T-Mac was like, T-Mac's his cousin, and maybe better than Vince at basketball, definitely. Derrick Rose, he might be one of the only MVPs to not be in the Hall of Fame by the end of this time. But I think that they might really put him in. I don't know. At least the longevity, his comeback was great. And you got Grant Hill, like I said, he started off amazing. He was like the triple-double king, like one of his first few years. Then even after his injury, he kept playing. And he was like a solid role player. Penny Hardaway utterly disappeared, but he's like become like more of a legend. The Hall of Fame is about like fame, right? It's about like what you did for the game, not really about like the numbers, so to speak. So I can see, at least again, Brandon Roy's a different one, but 4 out of 5 I can see all of them being in the Hall of Fame one day. But I guess we'll see. What do you guys think? This is a very interesting subject to me, but yeah, I don't know the answer. I don't know. But I do know that I will see you guys tonight if you're showing up. We're at a different school, so make sure you guys look at the locations. I believe this one's, I don't know what the location is. Whatever it says online, I will be there. And then we got workouts again tomorrow. Then we got maybe games this weekend as well. Don't forget that the quote of the day is, genius is patience. So if you want to be a genius, try to be patient. I do know that people that think very slowly and they're like Let me think about it. Let me figure this out. They do come across amazing because they're not going to make too many rash decisions. All right, so that's the 3-word quote for this Tuesday day. All right, see you later. No one answered the question, so we'll ask it again next week. Genius is patience. I'll see y'all soon, man. Reese's Pieces, man.